Welcome back to the Moana 2 Slander Hour.
Yeah.
What happens to the mountains?
Why Moana 2 is the worst thing to happen to humanity. So the thing about Moana 2 is that it wasn't supposed to be Moana 2, basically. So the theory is, Wish, the movie that they made at the 100-year anniversary. You know that film?
I know of it from that video that I was talking about last time.
That film did not do very well. And so the theory is that Disney decided, like, well, shit, we got to get some money fast. What's an IP that we can cash in on? Moana? Okay, we got to make Moana 2. But we can't just throw out Moana 2. We haven't got a script. We haven't got, the original voice actors or anything like that. But we do have this 3-episode TV series that we were going to make. Hey, I got an idea, says one genius at the back. Why don't we just put those 3 episodes together, loosely tie them up and call it a movie? And they slammed their hands on the table and said, "You're a genius."
Yeah.
Oh, we're back to VHS Disney movies.
Precisely. That's the meme.
I
Welcome
love
back
that.
to VHS
That's
Disney.
so sick. Except they're not on VHS. They're going to theaters, which is going to cost you 300 times as much. Let's go.
And it is in theaters, so that's what Moana 2 is. And they did end up getting like the voice cast and like cleaning up the animation, but it is it wasn't supposed to be a film, and but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's Moana 2 for you now. That's the current state of Disney. And now, and they're also halfway through. They're literally filming right now the live action Moana. Hooray!
When did the first Moana come out? Like 2016 or something?
Yeah, well, I can tell you this, it's been less than 10 years.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, why is there a fucking
That's
remake
crazy.
coming out? It's been like 8 years or something, maybe like less than that. I don't know.
Yeah. They should do
Just
an
kidding.
animated remake of The Lion King.
Yeah, let's go
Give them
full
ideas.
circle. Yeah.
Go full circle.
What if
Yeah, they
maybe
should-
there was a version of The Lion King that was like drawn, Perhaps.
Yeah. Hand drawn, painstaking detail.
What if they made a version of The Lion King that's good?
Yes.
I'm not going to talk anymore on that.
Yeah. What if they made a good movie?
Have Disney ever thought about that? Actually, that's a great idea. That's really
You
smart.
can't make money out of making good movies, Liam.
Oh, you're right.
You there, fans, yes you. You need to, my lawyers have told me to not finish this bit.
Sorry, I haven't been letting you guys guess what's in these chests, but it was $10 in that one, so
Oh.
you would have all been wrong.
Yeah, so it
Yeah, I was
wasn't
going to guess
20
$20
bucks.
again.
I think there's a chest in there. No? Where's the
It's my chest. My bare chest is behind there.
What we need to do is get around to finishing, perhaps even restarting it as Nuts and Bolts 2.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I've got
suppose.
my Xbox, so... Well, unless you want to play it, Frank. I can buy it on the Xbox store, and we'll have the Elgato to record it from here as well.
I mean, yeah, if it's on the Xbox store, I guess we could.
Yeah.
I want to play Wind Waker 2 first,
Can hear the dread building up. Yeah, we could buy it.
I like how
but we could also, like, I don't know, eat cyanide.
we're taking the piss out of sequel... like the age of sequels, and here we are making sequel series on same industries all the time now.
Because it's fucking cool, dude.
We're just-
It's cool when we do it.
Except, yeah, when we do it, it's better.
Exactly.
Every
'Cause we're
time
not
we
a
do it, it
corporation,
just
Also,
gets
it's not
better.
even-
that's why it's cool when we do it.
Don't watch the original Wind Waker series. It
Well,
was very cringy.
It is. It's very bad. And you wouldn't... I don't even think people would be able to watch through the cringe because, like, I don't know, the quality... just the general video quality isn't good.
It'll just be a smile and squinting eyes. That will be your expression
We
the
should just
entire way through
replace
the
the
series.
whole original series with a smile and squinting eyes. That's not the button I wanted. Shit.
Is that about pressing the right button? Has anyone ever told Liam to press the
Have
right
you thought
button?
about playing the game properly?
Viewers, in fact, can you tell Liam in the comments to press the right button? See, my lawyers didn't tell me to not finish this joke because this is not going to lead to a slander lawsuit for dogpiling.
Honestly, I welcome it. If we get like 10,000 comments, people bitching at me, that'd be amazing. That would be a historic day in same industry.
It would be.
10,000 people saying, Liam, you need to use the deck.
It'll have more dislikes than Super Mario Sunshine Part 1.
That doesn't even have that many dislikes. It's just because we baited people. It was very funny. I want the first episode of this to be the same.
Yeah. Wind Waker 2 finally released.
You telling me a wind made this waker?
I went through all that for a fucking seed shot? Jesus Christ.
You didn't even ask if we thought it was going to be $20.
That's because it's always 20
Oh yeah,
bucks.
sorry. It's because I don't like care about you guys very much. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, I'm not, but you know what I mean.
Should I go through my... I've gone through some of the things in my list of things that I've seen.
You can do it.
Yeah. I don't know why. For some reason I've put New Year's, but we've had a couple of New Year's since then, so I don't actually know what I'm talking about in my list. Like, I can only think of one, and it really isn't that exciting.
Yeah, me neither. I can remember what I've done the last few New Year's, but only because it's the same thing I do every year, which is take my dogs away from the fireworks.
True. So I've seen Lightyear.
Ugh, I thought you didn't want to watch that.
Yeah, because
first you were screaming at me not even to spoil the trailers, and then I was like, okay, I saw it. Did you watch it? And you're like, no, I don't want to. And I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Because all
and
the politics around it. It'd be like watching the freaking Snow White remake. It'd be like most of what you hear is politics, and then the actual thing comes out eventually after they've finished destroying everyone's careers, and then it comes out. So I actually liked Lightyear. I thought it was a cool story.
Okay.
Yeah, I just never thought about Buzz Lightyear as a time-traveling man.
Listen, some concepts in it I don't mind, but most of them I'm not a big fan of.
I've also seen Bullet Train.
I feel like I've heard of that, but I don't know anything about it.
So it's the one with Brad Pitt in it, and it just kind of focuses on him by himself on a train, and there's just like fight scenes all the time on a train. And it's alright. Visually though, it's a cool looking movie. Then I've seen both Amazing Spider-Mans.
Oh yes, I've never seen either of them. I've only seen reviews of people talking about how it's the worst thing ever.
Really? It's just different. Like, don't expect it to be Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Some people say that the second one is like one of the worst films of all time.
It's a bit cringy. It's a bit cringy, but it's just it's just different. I guess because in Sam Raimi, he's not really like a college student. He's like a full-grown man in those movies.
I mean, like, the biggest issue with, like, especially Amazing Spider-Man 2 is, like, they do the thing that Spider-Man 3 did poorly, but worse.
Villains. Too many villains.
Yeah. And they jam-packed more villains into an Amazing 2 and, like, with worse pacing.
In the second one, there's Electro and... Is it just Electro in the second one?
No, it's Electro, Green Goblin near the end, and there's a second... There's Electro, a second one, and then Green Goblin shows up near the finale, from my remembrance, from what I remember. And then, of course, Rhino shows up at the fucking very end, but, you know...
Right. What's the point of that, introducing it right at the end?
There is no point. That's why people don't like it.
It's just to make you Leonardo DiCaprio at the movie and go, oh, that's my favorite Spider-Man villain, the Rhino.
But the stuff that I liked was the stuff with between Peter and what's her name?
Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy. I liked that stuff. I think I felt like, okay, it's kind of hard to compare between. I guess it's just different. It's a different sort of story to MJ and Peter in the Sam Raimi ones.
Did you know that part of that, like, the reason so many people find that they really like the dynamic in that film is because the Andrew Garfield and whoever played Gwen Stacy were actually dating at the time.
Yeah.
So it's all like improv or whatever.
Yeah.
They're actually literally flirting with each other.
Yeah. I don't like people
dating
co-workers.
It is a bit weird.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But I guess that's, if you want to make it look like it's real, make it real.
I guess so. I don't think they did it intentionally, but...
Have you ever seen The Last King of Scotland?
Not in person.
No? Okay. Frank, have you ever seen it?
No, I have not.
It's a bit of like a serious sort of movie, based on the brief time that Idi Amin was the dictator of Uganda. It's a pretty brutal story. I think it got like a big award, and that was why I was interested in watching it, because I was like, oh, this movie came out this year, this is really good, how come this movie beat it and got the award? And then I watched it and I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, it's my car. Sorry.
So I thought The Last King of Scotland was really good.
Alright.
I've also seen some terrible things as well.
Like a little creature being eaten by a plant.
No,
that was a good thing.
No, that's actually quite... That's kind
that
of
was a good thing.
This is
good.
This is good. This is good for the environment.
Yeah.
It's good. Nature is healing.
I saw a free movie on YouTube called Moonfall, and it's bad. It's a disaster movie. Well, it kind of works both ways. It's a disaster movie because it lost money.
And it's also a disaster of a film.
And it's a disaster of a film and lost money. And it's also about the moon falling onto Earth.
They just stole that from Majora's Mask.
Yeah, they did. Apparently this guy is like famous for... The guy who directed it is famous for making disaster movies. Like he made 2012. Which I've never seen and had no intention of seeing ever. I've seen, what's it called? San Andreas. I've seen that where The Rock flies around in a helicopter all day.
Wow, The Rock in a helicopter in an action film.
I love Rock Flying Simulator.
Yeah.
Have you seen that image of The Rock where it's like it's him in the jungle in like a beige shirt, a button-up shirt, and it's like 4 different images and they're all from different movies.
So Moonfall had potential, but it was just not very good at all. Then I've also seen Meet Dave because that was for free on YouTube as well.
I don't know what that is either.
It's an Eddie Murphy movie.
Ooh.
I also saw Click with Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah.
Except I saw a chopped up version of it on YouTube because you could.
Where they're like clip 1 of 30 and you put it together slowly.
No, it's just sort of. It was a whole movie, but it's just kind of they had to muck around with the audio. The audio will like cut out for a bit, so that they didn't get it taken down. So I've technically seen Click, but I haven't actually seen it the way it was supposed to be seen. Then I've also seen Solomon Kane, which I don't know if you've ever seen, Liam.
Nope.
Frank, have you ever seen Solomon Kane?
Seen Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday, married on a Tuesday.
For some reason, I remember in primary school, people talking about how great Solomon Kane was. And so since then...
Sure they didn't mean Citizen Kane?
Maybe Citizen Kane.
It's one of the greatest
films I'm just an idiot and that might be why. But anyway, Solomon Kane is actually a cool movie.
Oh, alright.
Maybe
Solomon Kane's better than Citizen Kane, who can
probably
say?
Not. I thought it was a cool movie, but I didn't... a lot of people said it wasn't very good, but I think because the story was lazily written or something like that. Because it just goes sort of full circle. Like, he leaves his father's kingdom and then he comes back and then it's all different. And then he defeats the demons and then he wins the story. And that's kind of it. But I thought it was a cool movie. I thought I had cool bits. I thought, it's worth a watch, I think. And then I've seen Happy Gilmore because I guess I've just been trying to watch back some of these Adam Sandler movies that I was not allowed to watch as a kid.
Okay.
So I hadn't seen Happy Gilmore until a week or 2 ago. And I was like, I really want to see it because, I heard about all these great Adam Sandler movies, and it was my dad didn't like it, so we weren't allowed to watch it.
Did you like it?
And I liked it. I thought Happy Gilmore was great.
Okay.
And there's another one I want to watch, which is what's the one where he has to go back to school?
That's Billy Madison.
Billy Madison. I want to watch that one.
Like, a funny side tangent is I've kind of done the same thing as you recently, like not back to back, but I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I was just perusing through like free YouTube movies, and they had Little Nicky on free YouTube movies.
Isn't that one of the worst films of all time?
And I'm like, I remember, some parts of this movie being funny, and so I
just
watched it.
You.
Yeah. Shut down the letter at me.
It wasn't that good.
Wasn't, surprisingly.
You should have just left those childhood memories intact, Frank, and not questioned them.
Yeah.
Like, the parts that were being funny were funny, but like the movie as a whole was just not good. And there were like entire sections that I just blocked out of my memory from happening. Like, there's this whole like basketball scene from the movie, and I'm like, I don't know if I can remember this happening.
Want to take a quick trip to the Nintendo gallery?
I think we have to end this episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Next time
we'll go into the museum.
Next time,
so stay fucking
Billy Madison
tuned.
in the Nintendo gallery.
Yeah.